What's good, wavers? Back again, White Boy Waves. This is week 8. Just hit you guys up with a progress video. Got a lot of good comments on it. I see you guys shouting me out. So, just been steady combing. Started combing a little bit more. I figured it should be, I'm trying to figure out why these connections haven't really connected too much. Some people are telling me, connections just come over time. Some people tell me, you have to actually cut your hair a couple times before the connections get real nice and deep and, full connections. As you can see, I am fighting big time. I mean, my hair is getting ridiculously long. Like, I just have to throw it back real quick just to show you guys how long my hair really is. Can you see that? I hope you can see that, because I bet you didn't think my hair was that long. But anyway, I don't know, man. I'm fighting to cut it, but that's irrelevant at this point. What is relevant is, I hope you guys can tell. If you can't tell, you're missing the point. But hairline definitely needs a trim up and a line up. So I got a request from one of my subscribers. Wants to see how I trim my hair and line it up. So what I will be using today is, this is just a regular rat tail comb, by the way. Stay combing. A lot of people say, when should I start combing? You shouldn't really start combing until your hair gets long enough to where you start seeing your waves. Use the rat tail once you actually start seeing some waves develop. You want to start early. Maybe that's why my connections ain't coming in that much, because I didn't start till a little bit later. So week 2, week 3, start breaking out the comb. This shit was like 30 cents. Okay? This is not expensive at all. So, anyway, what we will be using is we got the Wahl Detailer. To be honest, man, I hear so much. I did a little research before I went and bought this thing, and there was so much, this thing was battling with like the Andes T outliner, whatever, edge-tastic thing. I don't know what the hell it was. But anyway, basically I went to the store. This thing was on sale and the other one wasn't. So I bought this, took it home, looked up on a couple like, barber shop reviews, and this thing, a lot of people are using this a lot more than the other one. I don't know. Supposedly they redid this one before there was some problem with like the screws stripping out and stuff like that, but now they changed it. Basically, that's what happened, and a lot of people are using this now. So I had this thing for maybe like a couple months now and been using it like crazy, and it works amazing. So we will be using the this is the Wahl Detailer, okay? Pick it up. It's like 50-60 bucks, but it's worth it, okay? Also, this is something that I didn't know that I needed until after I started using this thing, because this thing gets hot. We got Andes Cool Care. This thing is like a disinfectant, cleaner, coolant. Coolant is a major thing, because this thing gets hot, okay? You'll start burning the shit out of your skin if you don't use this thing. So we'll be using this to keep our blade cool. Also, use like an old ass like $2 brush. As you can see, it is so beat. This is like what I used for a shower brush for a little while. But yeah, this is just to kind of wipe it off as I go. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so for perfecting your lineup, this is what you're going to use. You're going to use a straight edge. This is a Magic straight edge. As you can see, and I'll show you guys while we're doing the video how we do it. You pop out the thing like that, grab one of your blades, buy a 50-pack Derby Professional blades, get like 100 of them. It might be 100, I think. Anyway, it was like $5 for 100 of them. You grab one of your disposable blades, pop it in here, shut it, and then basically just use it accordingly. This thing is, you have to be so careful with this thing, okay? If you don't have steady hands, or if you don't try to take your time with this thing, you're going to cut the hell out of yourself, okay? So that's just a little FYI. So this thing we will be using, and for the sake of the time, I probably won't be lining my whole head up, but this is just to show you guys what I've been doing. Okay, so let's get started because I don't want to take all your time up today. So what we do first is obviously take your Cool Care, spray a little something something, both sides, turn it on, let it run for a second, let it get in there. Okay, I'm sorry if it's loud. I don't know if it's going to be loud or not, but hopefully it's not too loud. So this is what we do, and I'm going to be using my mirror. I have a mirror right here, but I'm going to show you guys. I guess I could use the phone too, but anyway, this is how we do it. So we start off, I start right in the middle, okay? Alright, so I have to use the mirror, I'm sorry. So, as you can see, I can't talk and do this at the same time, but what I'm doing is after I make my initial straight in the middle of my forehead, I work out this way and work out this way, okay? And what I'm doing is I'm going to turn it off so that you can hear me if it's too loud. What I'm doing is I'm using my finger to press on my head to keep my head steady, or to keep my hand steady. And I kind of use my forefinger to kind of press it in. And what I do is I start by pressing in one of the corners and then letting the rest of it follow, okay? So you kind of like press it and press it down like that. Move it over, press it down, because what that does is it makes sure that you're hitting it completely in a flat line. Now, one thing I will say is that if you go to your barbershop, these guys are so skilled at doing this stuff. I mean, they can basically freehand, just basically use one corner and just bang it out like completely straight. But for the sake of, when I'm wolfing, my hair's not going to look that good anyway. I kind of just tend to do it real quick. It saves you about 10 or 11 bucks every time you go too. So I basically made my money back on this by all the little quick lineups that I would have been getting at the barbershop. So what I will do is I probably won't be able to talk and do this at the same time because, like I said, I'm kind of retarded when it comes to that shit. But that's what I'm doing, and as you can just watch me do the whole entire front, and watch how I do it. Now, as you're doing it, you also want to have a brush near so that you can straighten your shit out. I mean, you want your stuff to look straight in the pattern that it is whenever it's laid down, okay? So you want to have your hair in the way that it would look after you're done with like a brushing section or something. So chances are you're not going to get it completely straight at first, but that's what the straight edge is for, okay? That's how you get this thing precise, okay? And as you can see, my hair's getting so long in the front that I started getting a little flip up. If you don't know what a flip up is, I can't remember what they call it, but Soul Seeker does a good video on doing like a little Caesar, or like a little Caesar on the front, just taking like a 1.5 or something like that and just barely touching the front just to get rid of those little flip up curly cues, which is probably what I'm going to need to do. So as you can see, I mean, it's starting to straighten out, but I have a weird hairline. so it takes me a little bit to get it completely straight. And it's hard to see in my phone. I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing, but you'll really be able to see it once I get to the other side. So as you can see, you kind of have to cut into your corner there. And this is when you can really start to see how long my hair really is. I mean, to be honest, dude, if you got somebody that lives in your house with you that is, you know, not stupid, no disrespect, have them watch you do it a couple times and then they can help you do this shit. It doesn't make you any more or any less of a waver if you can do your hair by yourself, okay? It's not about how good you are with your lineups or anything like that. It's about how good your hair looks after you line it up. So, just continuing on. This takes a long time, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now, so I might be editing some. So you guys get the idea. I mean, basically you do that, okay? So you do that around your front. You hit down. Basically for that, you're just sticking it in the corner and pressing down like this. Okay, press down a couple times. Then if you have to, go over like that. Okay. Then you get to the sides. You go down your sides. Okay. I like to round mine off. Some people square it, but some people round it. I round it, okay? So that's what you're doing. You do that on your back. Basically, anywhere that you have a hairline, you want to line it up the same exact way, okay? Then, so, I'm going to finish doing that, and then I'll come back, okay? Alright. Alright, y'all. So, this is the finished product of at least just the top front line, until not the total finished product, but just the finished product of after I got done with the clippers. Okay. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna load up load up your razor, okay? So what you do is you pop that out like that, grab one of your razor blades, and these things are super, super sharp, so you have to be so careful with these things, okay? So, they come in these little like gum wrappers. And what you do is I'll show you what they look like. Okay? So that's what they look like. And what you do is you get it, and they have these little grooves in it. Okay? And you just kind of line it up with the grooves, however you like it. I like it so that it's in all the way, okay? And what I mean by that is there's no razor sticking out on this side, okay? And what I do is I just kind of take the end, and push it in like that, like so, okay? Just give it a little press on the table. Now as you can see, there it's just barely even sticking up, okay? That's all you need. I think it moved a little bit on me. Sorry y'all, this is only like the second or third time I mess with this thing, so I'm still getting used to it. There we go. Just barely sticking up. Okay? And that's all it is, okay? So, what you do is put it in your fingers just like this. Or at least this is how I hold it, okay? Put my two fingers on top. I got my thumb on the back, holding it down. You got all your leverage like that, okay? Now, you want to take a little bit of water, run it across your line. When you get more and more experienced, you could actually do it without water, but I don't feel like I'm on that level yet. So what you want to do is you want to pull the skin away from where you're going to be cutting, okay? So once again, I mean, this is going to be hard for me to do with, while showing you guys, but since I'm a nice guy, I'm going to show you how to do it. So, what you're doing is you're pulling down and just lightly pulling down, okay? This thing is so super sharp, you could cut anything with this thing. And you can hear it. You can single out any hair that you want, okay? And you just have to take your time with this thing. Okay? So, you just kind of keep pulling down and keep going across. I'll show you the middle. So you can see how sharp that line becomes. You can see right there, that line becomes really, really sharp, okay? And it's really, really hard to use this thing at first, but, once you get the hang of it, it's kind of easy. It's just dangerous. Now what I will say is, the more of an angle that you go at, okay, see the angle, the closer you go to the skin, the easier it is, okay? But obviously, the tighter the angle, the further away the angle is, the more tight you get the hairline. So you kind of just have to balance on that, do what works for you. I'm not even going to front. There's some people that use this and use a mirror. They use this mirror, and they actually go ahead and they do the back of their neck. I can't do that, okay? I get my wife to do that shit. So I'm not even going to say that I'm like, amazing with it, but that's what I do. So that's what I got for you guys today. That's what I do to do my hairline, okay? I will probably go ahead and do the rest of it. Go ahead and hit you guys with some pictures at the end of the video, and just let you know, what it came out looking like. Also, I think what I'm going to do is my regular clippers broke, like the actual ones that you would cut your hair with. They actually broke, so I got to go get a new pair. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit up my sides over here. I don't know if I'm just going to make a break in between of this video and go get the clippers and then, connect it or what. But in any event, I will be showing you guys that. Just to be on the lookout, obviously week 9 coming up in a few days. We'll hit you up with a progress vid. I got a couple new things I want to show you guys. Let you know like what's going on as far as what I'm using up to date. And then people want to see how I wash my hair. So I'm going to hit you guys with one of the next videos I'm going to be making is how I wash my hair. Also known as the shower brushing method. Obviously I won't be in the shower, but I'll show you guys how I do it in the shower. So that's what's on the lookout. Big ups to all my subscribers. Big up to, once again, I'm terrible with remembering these guys' names, but, there's a lot of people hitting me up, just showing me some love, and I appreciate that, and I will be showing you guys some love back. Also, go check out, everybody else's. If you see somebody that I like their video, go hit up their video, check it out. They got a lot of information, a lot of stuff that I'm doing is either a reflection of what they're doing or just what they've taught me and just flipping it into the straight hair method. A lot of people ask me, like I got straight hair just like you, man. I want to see how what worked for you and what didn't work for you. Once again, you can take my advice, but you have to figure out what your hair texture is like, okay? So with that being said, just check out the upcoming videos, and I will be letting you guys know about the contest also. So stay tuned, subscribe, hit me up, whatever you got to do. Just keep in touch. All right, peace out, wavers.